Hey guys, we're back on the title screen here of Freedom Planet. So, we defeated Lord Brevin and saved our planet of... well, I forget what the name is. But that's not the only way it could have gone down. Actually, I think that is the only way it goes down. But we can see it from the point of view of a few different characters. So, today we're going to start a file with a different character. We're going to stick with adventure mode, see the story, see how it changes. We have 3 choices now, but this time we're going to pick Carol. And let's see how things are different with her. I'm going to be talking over these scenes a little bit more than last time because we did see a lot of them already, but I'll be noting if something changed. Also, I'll have, like, understood what everything is a little bit better now. I still don't really understand what's crashing to Earth here. And that's... now, is that Brevin's ship the one we keep having to fight? No, that's the ship that he's escaping in at the end. So why no? Maybe he wanted to leave the planet, but he can't get escape velocity without the Kingdom Stone? I'm not completely sure. Okay, and we may or may not have seen this scene last time, too. That's...
where are you going?
yeah, the people of Shuigong, the people Brevin's controlling, taking down Torque's ship. Sorry, I don't want to like literally skip dialogue options, but so now we're gonna get to see what Carol does when she goes by herself. Yippee woohoo! All right, and this is official new stuff here.
I better help.
So it didn't take long to see new stuff. So it's not just... I don't know if it's going to be her playing through the exact same levels or not, but we'll find out. So I got the same kind of regular command attacks. So far, that's all I got. If I press B... oh, I have like a Chun-Li kick there. Alright. And that's all I know so far. Oh! You have a Knuckles dive. Okay, she can glide like Knuckles. That is cool by me. So, it's still going to be, I think, the same 8 or 9 zones that... sorry, I need to get used to my controls here. The same 8 or 9 zones that Lilac had, but the levels might be a little bit different. Kind of like how in Sonic Mania, Knuckles has a few slightly different level options. Well, no, in most Sonic games, Knuckles had the same levels as Sonic, but you'd be able to access different parts of them using Knuckles' skill set. But in Sonic Mania, there was, like, one of the areas of a Stardust Saloon actually was completely different if you were using Knuckles. So wait, how do I... oh! Okay. I was wondering if I would also have a wall climb the way Knuckles does, but instead I have more of a wall jump like you have in Mega Man X. So that's nice. And boing. Okay, cool. I love whenever I see their feet spin. The way... oh! Oh, this is how you get the motorcycle! Okay, I've been wondering throughout the whole game what the point of these gas cans were. The gas cans are what get you the motorcycle. Okay, and I got stuck to the wall for a second there. But okay, cool. Platformers on motorcycles. I also like how her eyes bug out when she's holding up the motorcycle. Now, do I have this instead of bubble shields, or will I also get bubble shields? I did not take any damage until the motorcycle was gone, and then I took 2 red leaves of health. But okay, so I will get a motorcycle sometimes. I just need to try and protect it whenever I do have it. Cool. I already got 1 card that I didn't have before from playing Carol mode. So, alright. Yeah, I'm still not ready to give, like, my final review of this game. Does Carol have more health than Lilac? I think maybe she does. She maybe does. Okay, we need to push something to stay on that platform, right? Yeah. I know there were some, like, complaints that I was making about the plot. Mostly those are just me kind of being pedantic. I don't really have a problem with different things like what Torque can and can't hack into or anything like that. I just... There we go. That's what I was trying to do. You know, that's just me riffing. I don't really have problems with that. There's a few things that I had problems with that I think will get answered from playing Carol and Mila's missions. Like, they never explained the Red Scarves, which was like, Lilac and Carol were members of the Red Scarves once, and they never explained who Spade really was, or what his deal was, what his motives were. I know he's Dale's brother, but like, what he was trying to do. And I think that's stuff that we'll get from playing the story of other characters. Also, I think Mila's is about more like her parents and stuff like that. I do understand better a thing that I complained about before, which is when they're imprisoned in... Is it Shangmu or Shangtu? I think it's Shangmu. When they're imprisoned in Shangmu, and they're like, how are we gonna get out? And then they make the deal for Torque to be released, and then they just break out. I do get why that actually was happening that way. I complained at the time of like, what, you could just break out the whole time? Then what even, you're not gonna show us how they did it? But no, it was, Lilac was always powerful enough to break through with her dragon powers. It's just that they didn't know how they were gonna get Torque out, because Torque was in a separate cell, and they didn't know where to find him. So Mila, when she, like, dug her way out of the cell, it was really about her trying to find out where Torque is. Which doesn't work anyway, but I'm guessing that that's going to be, like, a Mila-exclusive level when I play hers. So anyway, I get it. I get why it happened that way. It was just still... It is still kind of odd to me to think that Lilac can break out of their prison whenever she wants to. That brings a lot less tension to them capturing her again. But, I mean, I do get it. It means that, you know, if they captured her again, they'd probably put her somewhere with, you know, higher security or thicker walls. So, yeah, it's done well enough. It's better story than, you know, you get in a regular 2D Sonic game. It's good enough story. Okay, I can actually jump over those now. So this feels like I'm really missing the Dragon Boost power, but the wall jump is nice. I'm not finding a lot of use for the gliding move. Oh, forgot you were there. I forgot that you hounded me like this. Alright. Yeah, I could have just cheated it and scaled down the wall like I'm going to cheat this. Ha ha ha. As far as the gameplay, I really don't have any real complaints. I didn't particularly like the Battle Glacier. And, I mean, the whole thing is a little buggy the way some ambitious indie games can sometimes be. It's not a, like, how did you release this, like, anything by Digital Homicide. It's more of, like, yeah, you can tell that, like, they didn't have a ton of R&D time or whatever. Oh, look at that. Okay, so that's a thing that I can do now. Interesting. I'm not really taking advantage of it that well, but... Okay, so I need to... I don't really understand what that lets me do. Yo! So, what can I do up there that I couldn't do before? What is the point of that? I don't know. Okay. So Boulder's gonna help me get down here, and I can swim down here. I don't remember the level layout super well in this game. I'm just gonna try and keep making my way through. Cool. But yeah, I'd say this game is pretty darn good. There are some people who just don't like the early Sonic games, like it's just not their kind of game. So for the same kind of reason, you might not love this. But if you do like early Sonic, this is, like, just as good. It does enough of its own thing to not just be a copy. Like, there's a lot of other Genesis-feeling things in this. Like, Robin, you also said, Rocket Knight Adventures. I could definitely see some Rocket Knight Adventures in this. A lot of Gunstar Heroes. Maybe even a little bit of, like, Ristar. And Dynamite Heady and stuff like that. Ow. Alright, where's the Snake Boy? There he is! Cool. Cool. Yeah, I don't have an easy way to avoid those now, though, because I don't have the Dragon Boost. There we go. Now I just need to hit his head. And do I need to keep repeating that, or... I'm glad I don't get hit by these when I'm on the ceiling. That'd be a little bit unfair. Alright, get over here. So yeah, I'm interested to see if there's new story details from Carol's mode. I feel pretty safe in assuming that there will be. Like, what would be the point if there weren't? It's already not, like, just putting her in the same levels. Alright, and that is a dead Snaky Boy. Though I think for a little while it's going to be the same kind of thing. Stage complete. The same way I did in the first episode of this, where I did the first 2 stages in one episode, I'm going to try and do that again. So if...
You didn't say please.
Sorry, I don't mean to skip like this. Sorry, it's hard for me not to just want to mash A if I'm not listening anyway.
Where's that blasted snake mount?
What is a... Oh, a snake mount. That's the thing that he uses in the 3rd level that you had to fight.
What is this hideous creature?
I do like that, like, every boss in this game, like, is something. Like, you're never really just fighting, like, a random big robot or something like that. Or it's not like, oh yeah, here's another one of Robotnik's drones or anything like that. Everything, like, has a place, and it's, like, actual, like, there's actual, like, characters and stuff.
Whoa, that was a close one.
Like,
you, miss,
wouldn't you have expected to see, like, body parts or something?
Are you okay? I saw a huge explosion back there.
You've been following me this whole time, haven't you?
Duh.
Yeah,
I
duh.
take it you know this guy.
Girl.
This girl.
She's like my tail, always right behind me.
And on a motorcycle.
Wildcat, at your service. And this is Lilac.
Well, I'm Torque. I'm a shell duck.
Shell duck?
It's more of a nickname. I'm not exactly from around here.
Because he's an alien. Alright, so this takes us back to the treehouse. Don't think anything too different is going to be happening here.
Haven't been safe for days.
Someone is about to steal the Kingdom
Yeah,
Stone.
and the
I
Kingdom
have to
Stone.
Stop them.
The Kingdom Stone. That's impossible.
Yeah, only I could steal it.
You wish.
They were definitely some kind of, like... They were in some kind of, like, gang or, like, thieves gang. Whenever I hear the red scarves, it makes me think of, like, the Red Ribbon Army.
Seriously?
Yup, I've got a motorcycle and she's a dragon. They're like super fast.
Dragons are super fast.
Well, it's worth a shot. Hurry over there before it's too late.
What about you?
I'll catch up with you as soon as I find all my stuff.
See, and Torque needs his stuff, because he was supposed to be playable, and he was going to be really based around his equipment. I really like to see a playable Torque. But, so I did look into the sequel to this game, then, after I finished with Lilac's mission. The, like, concept footage that they have, so... I mean, I bet it'll be good. So what they said was that... what the developer said was that while the first one was mostly meant to be like a love letter to 16-bit games, particularly those on the Genesis, they've like learned from this game what works and what doesn't, they say. Like maybe certain things in Battle Glacier.
Why don't we just charge up and go home, huh?
And that they want to bring those lessons into Freedom Planet 2. So Freedom Planet 2 looks so far like it's going to have 4 playable characters. We've already seen Lilac and Carol and Mila returning, and then her whose name I already forget, even though she was just talking to us. Is it Nira? The Spear Panda is also going to be playable. It doesn't look as much like a Genesis game, the proof of concept gameplay footage. It's also, it's a lot cleaner looking. I kind of like the pixelization of this one, how specifically it looks like a Genesis game and not a Super Nintendo game. I don't know how to explain it. There's just ways in which it looks like that. Well, and it looks like it's more like combat based. Like it looked like Lilac especially, but also Carol kind of had moves that are specifically for taking out enemies, like Lilac's uppercut and dive kick and stuff, which was definitely an aspect of this game. Like, it is more combat focused than Sonic the Hedgehog is. I'm a little nervous about them trying to make it even more focused than that, because sometimes focusing too much on combat in your platformer can be dangerous. Like, you see that right there where I just spent a whole bunch of time trying to kill that one drill guy? That's not, to a lot of people, that kind of combat system can kind of take away from a platformer, because if your main incentive in a platformer is to get to the end of the level, combat is kind of something that you keep having to stop to do. It interrupts your platforming. I think especially in a Sonic-like game where you're trying to achieve speed, having to stop to fight something is a little bit annoying. Arguably, I mean, you know, it's a matter of taste, but like, this is something that like Nitro Rat has talked about a lot, that it's like kind of dangerous having a combat system. The Rayman games like struggled with it a little bit, so apparently Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 3 really focused more on combat and was lesser for it. I don't know, I still haven't even finished Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 1. I haven't played it since I played that little bit of it for Steam Sember. I'll play it on my own time eventually, which is true of like a million games, some of which I will probably die before I ever get the chance to actually play through. Oh man. Fire Emblem Three Houses comes out this Friday. I am very excited for it, but I've been playing through Xenoblade Chronicles for the first time, and there's no way I'm going to finish Xenoblade Chronicles by Friday with all the, a little bit confused here. A little bit confused. Where do you want me to be? I got confused at this level the last time I did it, too. Yeah, I think this loop was supposed to be to get me downward, not the other way around. Okay. So if we go up this way... Okay, so Carol does still get shields. She just also has the motorcycle thing. The real thing she's lacking is the dragon boost. Alright, let's try going this way now. This isn't the same way I went before, is it? Oh, kind of is. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. I thought that was a spring, it was a switch. Simple enough. But I mean, if you're going to do more of a combat system, it can work as long as you know, like, treat it right, I guess? Those still confuse me a little bit, those. Okay, right, I have to fight this, blocky man. I have to end his blocky plan. Trying to use my spinning bird kick a little bit more. I know that move's not spinning bird kick. Spinning bird kick is the one where Chun-Li turns upside down. But it is undeniably a Chun-Li move. Alright, and can we... Yeah, we can get up here and get that block. So, what are we going to do with this block? We're going to knock it down and... I don't know. I don't know what else to do with that block. But we're done here. We're done here. We can escape now. I don't like not having the Dragon Boost, because it's kind of like playing Sonic 1 before you have the Spin Dash. It sucks not having a way to increase your speed from a standstill. Puts you really... It puts you much more at the mercy of momentum. But I mean, when I think of like Mario games don't really have combat, and Donkey Kong games don't really have combat. You know, these games maybe have combat when you get to a boss, but most of the time, bosses in, like, 2D Mario games, I mean, they're not terrible most of the time, but they're not really the highlights. They're not what you're there for. Okay, button. Okay, let's go this way. I do love the little, like, the effects that they do with this 16-bit looking engine here. Like, this shadow effect is really good, and it's cool to see an effect like that in a Sega Genesis-esque game. Like, this would have been amazing in the 90s on a Sega Genesis. Alright, so now I can get out of here. I thought I'd be finding a lot more cards that I didn't find the first time around, but so far I'm finding a lot of the same cards. I guess the wall jump does kind of help you solve problems that you get into from not having speed built up. It's so disappointing to me that the lives don't really matter because you have unlimited continues. But that's much better than if the game didn't have unlimited continues. Then I would be upset. Okay. So this time... She's using the go things instead of running because she apparently doesn't run as fast as Lilac. Was that supposed to actually place me on the cart and it just didn't before? Huh, I wonder. Alright. Train level. And going. Do I remember fighting this thing? I don't think I do. Yeah, I'm gonna have to learn this. I just realized what else I miss. I miss Lilac's double jump. I miss her spinny double jump that did a lot of damage. Ow. I'm having a lot more trouble fighting anything above me. Yeah, this is slightly problematic. Alright, take the Kingdom Stone. The Kingdom Stone was not that hard to steal. It really wasn't. I mean, between me and Brevin, that's two people who were easily able to... Yeah, do you think that I'm going to catch up to that just by running as Carol? Because I don't have a Dragon Boost. Land me on the car if you want me to be on the car. Alright. Okay, let's try this again, big guy. Yeah, this is way harder than doing it with Lilac. Like, this is much more of me, like, sneaking moves in this time. And the ricocheting lasers are not helping. There we go. Do some push-ups. And get this... Oh, I can push it in front of them. Was that how I did it last time, or did I just jump over it and attack the windshield? I don't remember. Alright. Well, wait, that was the Kingdom Stone, right? Where did the Kingdom Stone go? Where am I going that I don't have the Kingdom Stone now? That's not the Kingdom Stone, right. That's just a big crystal, I guess? I don't remember. I don't remember how it works. So yeah, I'd say I'm fairly interested to know how Lilac and Carol met and what the red scarves were and how Spade factors into it. And I'm realizing now that at the end, I thought I was doing something wrong before, how the last one of those chains I just kind of, like, flip off. But I'm realizing now that that's, like, supposed to happen. That's what it does when you're at the end of the chain that you're supposed to take with those. Alright, so we got tops. Wait. Yeah, okay. What was the point of that? I guess just to jump over that boulder that was falling. I want to do a rolling boulder stage in Super Mario Maker 2, and I haven't decided how I'm going to do it yet. I just started trying to actually make my own stages, because I didn't have Super Mario Maker 1. I missed the boat on that one. And so far, I'm not very good at making stages. I'm not very good at getting my stages to be what I want them to be. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother. Not gonna bother killing that guy. He's not important. Maybe he is important. You killed my shield, you jerk. Or is this not where I'm supposed to be? Okay, right. Had to move the wall. Level design. And let's, move this, cover the switch. I like how I kind of had like a little beat there for a second. That ticka-ta-ta. Yeah, Carol definitely has more health. Not bad. Though, if I had to choose between more health and having actual, like, aerial game, I would rather have Lilac's aerial moveset. For this game, at least. Because most of the time, bosses are going to be somewhat above you. Not many bosses in these kinds of games stay on your level. Can you imagine if you were just fighting Eggman and he was as tall as you? Okay, creepy library. I think this area is just host to a bunch of different magic rocks. And maybe they're stealing different ones because they don't know which one is the Kingdom Stone. Like this. This stone is just a little too high for me to hit it while I'm on the ground, and I don't have the uppercut or the double jump like Lilac has, so I can't get under it and then just do a move that... I have to keep jumping and doing little attacks. There, okay. The kick flurry made it a lot easier, actually. But my problem was I kept jumping and then being on the platform instead of being where I needed... the level I needed to be to hit the target. But okay, we lit the room up, which is good because now... Yeah, we'll need to do the same thing here. We'll need to get into this green door somehow. I forget how I get into the green door. How do I get into the green door? Gotta go this way, I guess. Yeah. Okay, yes, I do remember this level. It has been just long enough that I don't remember the level designs as well. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna start coming back up as soon as I activate the switch again. So right now, to like kind of get better at making levels in Mario Maker 2, I'm kind of stealing ideas that I've seen in other Mario Maker levels. Just while I like learn to use the toolset a little bit better, I guess. I'm not great at making my own levels and things. And part of it is motivation. Like, I more want to keep beating games and going on to the next thing and experience that story or that challenge and check games off the list and keep going. So the idea of just like...
What's he doing here?
Oh, you do know Spade.
What do you think you're doing? That's the Kingdom Stone!
So, I needed to find my father's killer. Not like a couple traitors like yourselves would care.
Okay, and he has a red scarf, so I think he was a member of the Red Scarves.
Than a murderer.
Scarves left us no choice!
And you've left me no choice.
Okay, interesting.
Still training, I see.
So, I think this is this the same stuff he said last time? I think it was, and it just didn't mean anything to me at the time.
Come and get it.
I'd love to stay and dance, but Mayor Zhao's got a tight schedule. Besides, if something else is guarding this thing, I'd hate to be around when it wakes up.
You're insane, you know that? You're never gonna get away with it.
We'll see about that.
Okay. Also, though, in Lilac's story,
Never make it out.
I don't remember if Carol got here in time or if it was just Lilac. No, yeah, they were both here. But while we're escaping, that giant mantis is going to attack us. Yep, with his Jurassic Park dinosaur roar. Yeah, the Fury Kick is good, but it's not... It's no Dragon Rush, and it's no Lilac Spiral Jump. But it's something, I guess. Like, I almost might as well just jump and use basic attacks. Though, the kicks are a little faster, so it makes it more likely that I actually hit what I'm aiming at. Okay. Get up here. Like there. Like there, I actually got a little bit of damage in. Instead of having to time the swipe perfectly. And I guess the bad part of the Fury Kick is that it kind of can leave me a little bit vulnerable if I'm spamming it. Though that's just true of whenever you go in for an attack. You need to commit to your jumps. It's like Castlevania. Every move you make has a bit of a commitment before you'll be able to make another move. Alright. One eye broken. Yeah, I just really don't like aerial combat with Carol. Oof. I would love some more health right now, but this is before we've met Mila, so Mila's not gonna come give us any health. Alright, one arm off. I think it should be close to dead. Let's just be careful. Yeah, being a little bit more cautious now not to jump into any blade swipes. Okay. I think we should have... Yeah, one more time should do it. That wasn't very careful. That's okay. I think I can take another hit and still be okay. No. Actually, I think this is my last hit. Alright. Okay, alright. See, it's been long enough since I fought this boss in my first playthrough that I'm not good at him again, so I'll probably be just as bad at, like, fighting Brevin and those other bosses that were giving me trouble before. Ah, jeez. Patterns. Oh! And just as I started to kill him, I saw the health come into frame. Okay, so that didn't need to be as tense as I was making it.
Feel my power.
Your power is felt, Carol. If only I could, like, do the whole thing with the motorcycle. So, I plan to leave this exactly the same place as I left it last time, but first I'll get this bonus. Yeah! Shields. And different shields. So, getting multiple spins in the bonus room doesn't really matter too much, because most of the time you just get shields that, like, stack on top of each other. Oh, this is different. Okay. See, they didn't show us this last time, but they did show us Lilac being like, Carol? Carol! Oh, Mila's gonna save us. Or Mila did save us, somehow. Okay, it's just different enough.
I'm over here. You made it out.
Your ear!
It's just a scratch. I'm fine.
Well, we better find Torque and get home so I can patch it up.
Okay. Cool.
Well, this stinks. How are we gonna get more money?
We'll find out how we'll get more money next time, except we probably won't be getting any money, because I kind of know how this story goes. But okay, join me next time for more Carol. I'm the Comic Foil, and yeah, we'll go caroling some more next time. See you later.